everywhere both years ago as Biafrans were trying to round up the convention that is ongoing in Finland. As they trying to wrap up the convention that have been going on for the past 5 days and all, Asari finally boss everywhere. Asari Dokubo that they know before to be going against the Igbos, they always go against the most of the Igbos and the most of the Biafrans and all of that. Now Asari finally played as the convention is about to wrap up. He stormed Finland convention few hours ago and he made it known that he's pulling in full support for Igbos, he's pulling in full support for Biafran liberation, and is in support of the nation of Biafra. Now Asari finally pulled his full support and he promised to give Biafra 1 million signature. You will see everything in this very video. He said if anything try to obstruct the liberation of Biafra, that is ready to put his life in the line and all of that. This man actually made business at the moment. A lot of Biafrans were actually surprised from them to hear Asari saying all this kind of pain as a storm final convention. You will hear everything in this very video. I will play the full video in this video, so if you can share the video, just do it to share it as you're watching it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Nobody ever expected it, and if you cannot share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should believe you find for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the association button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon. Just click it. Click the subscribe button so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Kasala post few years ago, a lot of Biafrans couldn't believe their eyes. The moment they tried to wrap up the Finland convention that is ongoing, Asari stormed everywhere. Asari stormed Finland few hours ago. Asari Dokubo that they always know to go against the Igbos, even in Nigeria and all of that. They always go against the most of the Igbos. This same Asari in question is in support of the fact that Igbos must leave Lagos, because according to reports, they actually chase Igbos from Lagos, and they said the Igbos are trying to claim Lagos and all of that. So the Lagosians were actually instigated to chase Igbo out of their land. Now they said Igbo should go back to their land, and Asari was in support of it then, and he put all his mind and his support on it. And this same Asari have been sorted in KANU in several locations. He have said a lot of things against Amonekwa. He have said a lot of things against KANU. He have said a lot of things about Biafran liberation and Biafran agitation, just because he's a very, very close friend and he's a very good friend of Bola Ahmed Tinubu then, before Tinubu become president. But according to the report now, things are going worse between him and Tinubu. Now Kasala boss few years ago, as a lot of celebrities actually stormed Finland, as a lot of big names actually stormed Finland for the convention, Asari finally stormed Finland and all of that. Now everywhere boss few years ago. What is the mission of Asari now? A lot of Biafrans were kind of surprised the moment they saw everything that Asari actually said. Now the same Asari that they know that always come against Biafran liberation have finally come to put support for Biafra. Biafrans actually voted few hours ago just for them to know the number of people that are actually against the Biafra liberation and the number of people that are actually against the fact that Biafra should stay in Nigeria and all of that. Now the number of Biafrans that actually voted that Biafra should be liberated, the number supersedes the number of people that voted that Biafra should not liberate from Nigeria. Now Asari came and he said he promised Biafra 1 million signature that he will ensure that Biafra is being liberated. You will hear everything in this very video. I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. Asari is giving his total support for Biafrans at the moment, so you can share the video. Just do it to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Asari is finally giving out his full support for Biafrans. He said he will put his life in the line and he will make sure that Biafran is being liberated. He will make sure that all the Biafran agitators under the KANU, Simon Ekpa, all of them will be released and Biafrans will go home. Now Asari is doing everything possible to ensure that Biafran nation actually stands. Now he's saying that he's pulling in support for Biafran nation. The same Asari that have worked against Biafran in time past, the same Asari that have protested against Biafran in time past, and it's even making it known that he will even go to Nigeria, all of that, and we make sure that the protest take place just for Biafrans to be liberated and all of that. He will even protest in House of Assembly. You will hear everything in this very video. Biafrans scream moment they hear all these things. Biafrans were surprised And this happened shortly after Biafrans actually unveiled their currency, the Ejime that they unveiled, and they unveiled the number of people that voted for the liberation of Biafra. And as if that's not enough, they unveiled the constitution of Biafra. Now I will play you the video now for you to see everything the way it goes. Now you will hear everything yourself. This is not my own opinion. You will hear it yourself. Now let's get to stay connected to see the way they try to round up the service, and you hear what Asari said. Just stay connected. Don't be in a rush. If you can share the video, just do it to share it, and if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give the thumb up. Stay connected as you watch the video. I'll call you back again.
All hail Biafra! All hail the United States of Biafra! All right, thank you so much, everyone, and welcome back to day 5 of our convention here in Finland. We thank each and every one of you. And like Honorable Chairman has said, today is going to be a lot of Biafran business and the government business. We want to make sure that everybody that has their ID card printed, you're going to get that before you leave Finland. And we also want to make sure that Biafrans get a copy of the Biafra Constitution and the Declaration. And there's the book that was written for Obatobie. I presume they've started selling that or giving that. People have started ordering their copies from the New Dimension Mandate website, which I know most of you in Biafra government are familiar with. You can go there once the link is out to start ordering. This time I'm going to present the Biafra Constitution, and I'm just going to quickly run through the major areas, not the whole Constitution, just the areas of importance, to let the world know that we are ready as a country. We put everything in place. Our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, has put all the structures needed for us to kickstart our new nation, and we are very, 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 very grateful for that. We also send our thanks to our leader, NNAMDI KANU, who is right here. I know he'll be happy with us, whatever he is. We thank him for that. I want to use this opportunity also to thank all men on ground, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Defense Forces that are safeguarding us and taking care of us every day, taking care of our land, preventing the terrorists from the Nigeria state from raping our women, killing our children, and taking over our land. They do this day and night. And our Prime Minister, Obatobie, has set up the structure for that from beginning to end. So we are very, very grateful for that. And then we thank our own Obatobie, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. He is the one that made today's event to be possible. Without him, this may never have happened. So we are very, very grateful. He is the reason for the season. Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly present this Constitution. Again, the table of contents for our Constitution is well established. Professor Chairman. Okay, we need it here so I can. Yeah. So our Constitution covers so many things based on our history and peculiarities and things that are very unique to us as Biafrans. We put all that into consideration in establishing our Constitution. As I said earlier, we have 40 states in the United States of Biafra. Each of these states have 15 counties, and they have the districts, and they have the wards. That is how the government of Biafra is structured. Yeah, but her price score. Next. All right. Thank you so much. So those of you that are going to get a copy of our Constitution, there are a couple of questions and concerns people have asked in the past. And when you get that copy, please take your time to read every single section of our Constitution. We took care of some of those concerns that people may have in our Constitution. We started with the table of contents for our Constitution. You can see from the beginning, the citizenship, we talked about the confederating state of Biafra. We have a confederate state of Biafra with unicameral form of legislature, which we think is going to serve our people better. And then we talked about the different duties of the states, the relationship between the states and the federal. We have all that covers. We have the citizenship and political rights. We have the relations with foreign states and all that. All that we are captured in our Constitution. Fundamental rights, the citizens' right. Those are basic things that Biafrans have never really enjoyed. Over the years, as we have been part of Nigeria, we've gone through a lot. So those fundamental rights that were denied us as a people, we cover that in our Constitution, where every single Biafran have the power to rise to their highest level, devoid of the ethnicity, the locality, the religion, and all that. We make sure we take care of that to make sure Biafra is and is going to be one of the best countries in the world. We talked about our energy communications in Biafra land. We are going to establish a country where there is freedom of the press. Unlike in Nigeria, where the press is controlled by the government. They are told what to report and what not to report. That is not going to happen in Biafra land. Under our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, we establish a constitution that is going to guarantee the freedom of the press and the freedom of the Biafran people to express their opinions without bias. So those are the things that we covered in our constitution. Our economy is going to be one of the best in the world because we have the brains. We have Biafra brains all over the world, outside the Biafra land, making and building and creating wealth for countries outside Biafra land. Now we want all our people scattered all over the world to come back to Biafra land and start building that. So imagine what is going to happen when all these brains that are building countries outside, when we go back and start building our country, you know what it's going to look like. We covered all that in our constitution. We also covered about housing, employment, social security, resident permit, civil law, criminal law, finance system. All these were covered in our constitution. The people and the state. We covered things like the referendum, political parties, all that are covered in our constitution. The federal authorities. We covered the Federal Assembly, the Confederation, the Parliament, and membership of the Parliament, the structures, what each state is supposed to contribute to the Parliament, both at the state level and at the federal level. All that is covered in our constitution. And there are so many positions for true Biafrans to occupy in their state or at the federal level to help us build our country. So there's just no need of fighting for any position. We have millions of positions for Biafrans. Duties and powers of the Parliament was also captured. The executive, the National Executive Council, all that was covered. Citizenship, different type of citizenship, either by birth, by naturalization, dual citizenship, citizenship by registration, denial of citizenship. We took the peculiar nature of Biafrans scattered all over the world in developing the citizenship status of our people. Because most Biafran run away from the Nigerian terrorist state. Because if you express yourself, if you talk about Biafra in Nigeria, they will come after you, they kill you. As I talk right now, Nigerian government under President Tinubu, they deployed Nigerian military and they are roaming the whole streets of Biafra land. And they kill the young boys, the young girls, anybody that is talking about Biafra just for the ideology, you become a victim. Not anymore. We can't allow that to happen anymore. United States of Biafra is now a full-fledged country. We do not need anybody to approve us as a country. Yes. If you think you are going to wait until United Nations approve us as a country, or until African Union approve us as a country, or until Nigerian government say, okay, you all can go now and form your own country, you are going to wait forever. It is our right for self-determination. It is our right to choose our leaders. And that is exactly what we are doing. The United Nations approved that, the right for self-determination. African Union approved that. So it is left for them to continue to work with Biafrans, and we are going to continue to reach out to make the statements using all our international lawyers that our Prime Minister already set up, who have already set a lot of things in motion. And I know it won't be long before we all start going home en masse. In developing the citizenship of Biafra, United States of Biafra, our Prime Minister and the committee that worked on the Constitution, they pay special attention to the peculiarities of Biafrans scattered all over the world. Biafrans that have children all over the world. Biafrans that have husbands and wives all over the world. Biafrans have been chased away from Nigeria government all over the world. Those things are captured, and we put in place structures that will make our Biafran citizens to continue to support whatever foreign government or country where they belong to, and at the same time continue to gradually move back into our Biafra territory. All that is covered in our Constitution. So I know this Constitution of the United States of Biafra, we do acknowledge and affirm with changes, and I'm just going to go ahead and read the final portion of that. The Constitution of the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra do acknowledge and affirm with changes the Charter of the Confederating State. Remember, last year we were in Helsinki. We developed a couple of charters that led to this area. Also known as the Biafra Helsinki Declaration in Finland, and herein referred to as Biafra Charter, unanimously adopted as a prelude act by the Biafra Republic government in exile and the Biafra de facto government in homeland on October 21, 2023. Our resolve, we the people of the United States of Biafra resolved to redeclare the May 30, 1967 Biafra Independence Day hereby actualize, renew, reaffirm, declare, and continue in accordance and pursuant to the declaration with all the implications thereof. Recognize and salute the sacrifice of our forefathers, our heroes, who were martyred for the cause of our freedom, and those who were killed because they are Biafrans. Reaffirm the peoples and nations of Biafra make neither war nor peace. We, the state or peoples of Nigeria, we exercise a natural right, a popular right, a political right, and a right supported by United Nations Organization Charter and international law. The right to self-determination, right to self-defense, and right to self-governance, in the certain realization that only the effective exercise of self-determination by the peoples and nation of Biafra will end the state of occupation and subjugation by Nigeria. We proclaim that we are one people of one nation, bound together in the ideology of nationhood. Our language, cultures, and traditions are but of a common root and founded by our ancestors. Establish our nation under the sovereign control and eternal lordship of Elohim, or as called in our various languages. Declare that peace, unity, progress, and equity shall be our drive. The sacrifices made by our heroes shall not be taken for granted. Affirm that our nation shall be one of the finest in the world. We shall enforce our complete resolve to the rule of law, principles of equality of all indigenous people of Biafra before before the law and strict obeisance to fundamental human rights as enshrined in this Constitution, submit that we stand on the principles of equity between men and women and the right of children as provided in this Constitution. Commit to our sovereignty as Biafra nation in strict respect to state governance under the ordinance of a confederacy as provided in this Constitution. Determine that all forms of sabotage, betrayal, and every criminal action intended to jeopardize our nationhood or prejudicing our collective existence shall be eliminated. Again, this is very, very peculiar to us as a country. All of you are aware how long we've been trying to be a nation. After the end of the Civil War in 1970, when over 3 million of Biafrans were murdered. Those things that were in existence in that time, it is still in existence now. And that is why we cannot take the sabotage of this beautiful struggle. We're not going to take it lightly with anybody. We agree to establish sanity in our system of government based on our indigenous models. We shall operate a consensus and pluralistic structure in our system of government. Stipulate that our system of government, which is constitutional based, shall include effective mechanisms in resolving conflict, promote good governance, eliminate corruption, foster unity, reconciliation, social justice, speedy development, promote orientation culture, multifaceted educational approach, tolerance, and nationhood. We collectively affirm and endorse through our national referendum the Constitution of the United States of Biafra as a confederacy on this day, 29th November 2024. And again, every genuine Biafra here knows what the history that led to the dates, the two dates, and we cannot take anything for granted. And that is why Biafrans, we will continue to outsmart them. We will continue to do what we are doing. Our currency is going to be one of the strongest currency in the world. I promise you that. So in providing our currency, we took so many things into consideration based on how other countries, the standard that is operative. Why we take the good things from different countries, we also put the good things that the Biafra people have experienced to pass the message to the world. In establishing the currency, we have the notes and we have the coins. If you look at the portrait of our one Ejema note, it has the picture of our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. In the front of the currency, you have the portrait of our Honorable Prime Minister, the denomination 1 in numerals, and in English, we have the Bank of Biafra logo, we have the watermark of the Biafra Rising Sun, we have the watermark of the Honorable Prime Minister, the ESM portrait. When you look at our currency, the front, in all Biafran banknotes, you look deeply, you are going to see in the background the picture of our Prime Minister and our leader, NNAMDI KANU, hidden inside those notes. So when you start using our notes, look out for that. You can't just see it ordinarily, but when you look deep, you will see there are pictures hidden inside all the notes. On the back of, again, in the front of our Biafra notes, you are going to see the signature of the Treasurer of the United States of Biafra and the Secretary to the Treasury. You're also going to see the numbers written on the left upper hand side and on the lower. And then you're going to also see the year that money was printed. All that is going to be captured here. And Biafra notes are going to carry top security features that will make it hard for people to manipulate or fake our currency. On the back of our $1, of our 1 ejema, you are going to see our loyalty to God. Biafra is built. Biafra is built with loyalty to God. We also have the back, the refinery, image of the refinery. Biafra country is where we have majority of the mineral resources that comes from Nigeria. But we are the one that don't enjoy those resources. Not anymore. Not anymore. That takes us to our 5 ejema, which is our second note. Our 5 ejema have the portrait of Chukwuma Nzogu. Thank you so much.
Make on a go, let the Igbos go. All the pipelines from Igbo land, their small cup of oil that they produce, the pipeline, we cut it off, give them their own, no problem.
Thank you so much.
We give them their own, make them go. Let the Igbos go. No problem. There be no Alaba marketing, Ladipo marketing, computer marketing. No, all those things will no longer be there. Let the Igbos go. Let the Igbos go. Please, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I am going to write, I am going to collect signatories of over 1 million people all over Nigeria. We are going to send it to the National Assembly. We will march to the National Assembly. Demand that the National Assembly should allow the Igbos go.
Thank you for staying connected with my great and wonderful viewers. A lot of Biafrans are supposed to have returned to the different countries that they're actually coming from. You know, I played you a video yesterday, that was few hours ago, when Biafrans actually trying to wrap up the convention. A lot of Biafrans are supposed to go back to the different countries that they're coming from, because according to report, different Biafrans come from different countries across the world. You know, a lot of Biafrans are in the diaspora. Some come from Europe, some do not even stay in Europe. Some come from America, some come from different places, Asians and all of that. Some come from United Kingdom, but these people are supposed to have returned back to where they're coming from, but they refused. They said it is until Finland release Simon Ekpa to them, that is when they will go back to the country that they're coming from, because according to report now, Finland adjourned the case of Simon Ekpa and they said the trial will begin on May 2025. Now, it is in 6 months' time, and a lot of Biafrans are saying they can't wait till then because they believe Simon Ekpa will be held in custody and nobody is going to take care of him. Nobody is going to cater for him. Now, if all of them should actually travel back to the different countries that they're coming from, they said nobody will fight for the release of Simon Ekpa. He may even spend up to 2 years in the custody. The same thing that happened to KANU in Nigeria may eventually happen to him. Now, a lot of them were kind of unhappy that Simon Ekpa remained in the custody. They said Simon Ekpa wasn't present in the final convention all through, but they said Simon Ekpa is still in the custody and they never wanted him to remain in the custody. Now, instead of Biafrans to return to the countries that they come from to go and face their different works that they're doing, they said no, they will protest in Finland, forgetting the fact that Finland is not even their own native country. Finland is not Biafra land. Finland is not Nigeria. Now, these people walk unanimously. They stood inside snow few hours ago and they began to protest for some. They said the protest will be an unlimited protest. They will protest for many days, and they said they have opened their flight ticket on ground. Instead of them to travel today, instead of them to travel tomorrow, they said they're not going to travel. They opened their ticket on ground and they are not traveling any moment from now. It is until Simon Ekpa is released. That's what they're saying. They said Finland should release Simon Ekpa to them now, and I said that is not enough. Kasala boss few years ago. You can hear everything that Asari said in that very video. You know, Biafrans make a vote yesterday, and the vote goes in two ways. If you are for Nigeria, if you want Biafrans to stay with Nigeria, just ensure you vote on Nigeria and all of that. And if you want Biafra liberation, vote on Biafra. Now, the number of votes that Biafra actually have supersedes the number of votes that Nigeria have, and the number is very massive. Biafra have millions of votes, Nigeria have thousands of votes. That's to automatically tell you that Biafrans are actually serious with their agitation. They really mean that Biafrans should be liberated and all of that. Now, Asari came out and he stormed everywhere in Finland, and he made it known to the general public that Biafrans are for him, that he is for Biafra, that is in support of Biafra, that Biafra should be liberated. You know, this Asari, if you trace the track record of Asari on Biafran agitation and all of that, you notice that this Asari Dokubo have actually insulted Biafrans in several ways. Asari Dokubo have said all manner of things against Biafran agitation. He have said all manner of things against KANU. He make every move against Biafrans, even when they're trying to chase Igbos away from Lagos just because of some stuff that happened then. Asari actually supported the fact that Igbos should go back to their home. Asari supported the fact that Igbos should be chased off from Lagos. Now the same Asari is now making a U-turn. He said Biafra should be liberated, that if they did not want to let Biafra should go in Nigeria, he said they will stage protests in Nigeria. He said they will march to the House of Assembly and he will raise 1 million people to follow him and all of that. He said they will raise 1 million people's signature to ensure that Biafran is let go. He said it's for Biafran at the moment and he wants Biafran nation to stand. That's what Asari is saying. Is this really a setup for Biafrans, or Asari really mean what he's saying? Or is it for his own selfish interest, or this is just a trap for Biafra? Because this Asari in question, for him to just make a U-turn overnight, that shows that something is fishy and something is wrong. Now, Biafrans were surprised and they were screaming the moment they heard Asari saying all these things. Is it that Asari is a changed person, or Asari is now a lover of Biafra, or is interested in the nation of Biafra? Those are the questions that a lot of people were actually asking, because they never expected Asari to come this way for Biafrans, because they know that he never liked Biafra right from time. But now he's now making a U-turn and is just trying to be an angel for Biafra at the moment, even when they're trying to liberate themselves and all of that. He even reaffirmed the fact that the KANU will be released with immediate effect. Now, a lot of people are now saying that Biafra is everywhere. Biafra is gaining recognition in different places in the world. Even some people were even saying it in different social media platforms. They said Biafra emoji is now present in different social media platforms, like the flags of Biafra is now present in different media platforms. Some said it is a flag of Libya, that it is not the flag of Biafra, because the flag of Libya and Biafra actually resemble each other. While some said they saw the flag of Biafra, that it had been included to different social media platforms, that Biafra is going viral and Biafra is going rampant at the moment. And a lot of people are actually talking about Biafra. Now, drop your opinion regarding everything that will be happening. Do you really think Biafrans have made the best move, and do you really think these people will totally be liberated and all of that? Or do you think Biafrans will remain in Nigeria? Because a lot of people were saying that their convention in Finland is actually a joke and it is fake, that it's nothing to write home about. I don't really know. Just drop your opinion in the comment section of this video regarding everything, as I'm gonna dedicate and that thing for you. And share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG watch TV.